Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is GC Performance here, back with another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some bike products that actually the good people at Finish Line sent me over. After that video I did with the disc brake cleaning, where I kind of showed the whole debacle of me using their disc brake cleaner to try to bring back or resuscitate some contaminated disc brakes. Obviously it didn't go so well, but then we reached out, we got talking. I didn't use the product properly in the way that it should be. It's more of like a preventative than more of like a restoration product. But I'll put that video up there in that corner right there. But yeah, so the people at Finish Line reached out. We got to talking. They sent me out a bunch of stuff here. I mean, this is very cool. This stuff never happens to me. This is about like $200 and some worth of product. I sell Finish Line in our store as well, along with Muck Off, along with Pedro's, along with the Park Tool, along with a bunch of other people as well, White Lightning. But to actually get this stuff sent to me personally means a lot. So I just really want to say thank you to them for sending me out this. They didn't need to do it, but it's a great appreciation. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show off some products that maybe you need for essentials for cleaning your bikes. Maybe some stuff you need at home, like a degreaser or stuff like that. And also maybe some stuff that's more in depth that maybe, I mean, you're not a bike mechanic at home, so you might not wanna look into investing into. So I'll get you the essentials that you need at home, and then take it for what you want, but we'll go from there. So they sent me a buttload of stuff, but I'm very hyped on it. Me being that I work at a store and also working on bikes, I mean, this is like Christmas Day for me, so very cool. So what you want to get if you're looking to maintain your bike or keep it clean at home, you're going to want to get some kind of degreaser, whatever you want. And by the way, I mean, yes, Finish Line sent me out this. They sent this to me for free. By no means it's not going to change what I say or anything like that. You can use any kind of product like Muck Off, Pedro's, anything you want out there. I mean, honestly, just make sure you kind of get some of this stuff at home for general necessities, cleaning. That's pretty cool right there. That's an E-Shift group set cleaner. I think it just has like removes moisture and stuff like that. Maybe more of like a preventative again, so that way it's more of a thing like an acetone to get out of. That way you're not spraying like lube inside your electronic ports. But so this is more of like a showroom polish protection. That stuff works great. I use that a lot in tune-ups at the store. This is more like after you're done washing the bike. This is more like you take this with a rag and clean it up, more of like a polish, a frame protector, a carbon, stuff like that. We'll go over the essentials that you need. So we got our degreasers, dry lubricant, and they make a bunch of different versions of dry lubricant, wet lubricant, ceramic lubricant, everything you need. But I'll show you. Pedal and cleat cleaner, that's gonna be more for speed play. Like you can see right there, you have more of the cleats on there, so maybe you want to do that. Pedal cleaner, if you have Look or Shimano blades and they have some springs inside there, you might want to run this through there. I have never used that personally before, and I've never used the E-Shift cleaner before, but I think it's really cool stuff, and I'll give it a try. Stop squeaks, won't attract dirt. Good to know. Thank you, my friend. Ceramic lubricant. Big fan of it. Never used this one. I've used Muck Off C3 ceramic lubricant, and I've also used UFO Drip, which is insanely expensive. I think it's like $120 retail for a bottle. So this is definitely a great alternative. This is a ceramic wet chain lubricant wet. That's a dry lubricant. That's not ceramic. And then you have your wet bike lubricant that's not ceramic. And then we have a wax ceramic lubricant, looks really fire. I've never even seen this before, but looks really cool. Ceramic wet lubricant, I'm sorry, ceramic wax lubricant. This is like, you've seen those videos where they do like those people make their own chain wax and stuff like that. This is like an already pre-made bottle. Definitely be very, not liberal, opposite liberal, not politics, nothing like that. Don't put a lot on there. My vocabulary is horrible. Just go very thin with this kind of stuff and let it sit and dry before you do it. All right, we got our brushes and cleaners. That's really cool. Mechanic brush set. This is crucial to what you need. You don't need this whole set for sure, but something like this even. Just something that this one has a chain cleaner right there. That's why the Drivetrain Cleaner as well. This is crucial for when you're spraying on your degreaser. Something like this. When you're spraying on a citrus degreaser or speed bike chain degreaser, you spray this on your back cassette cog, your chain, whatever. This is what you're gonna need to agitate it, because spraying this on there does not solely remove the grit and grime completely, because at the end of the day, this bike stuff like cassettes and chains are very brittle. So there's nothing that's strong enough that's going to be able to spray on there and not damage your frame to a point where it's gonna strip everything off. This will definitely help loosen it and get it all good. But then you want to take like a brush like this and definitely agitate it depending on how gunky your stuff is. If you well maintain your group set and you take care of your group set every once in a while and it's not as gunky, you might be able to get away with just like this, spraying down with the hose, you're good to go. But I've seen some drivetrains on here that are absolutely disgusting. So you want to spray on there, leave it on there, sit it, agitate it with a brush or something like that, You can get really anal if you really wanted to with these type of brushes like here. These are all great for it. Me personally, I have the benefit and luxury of working in a store. So after I'm done with a bike ride, a wet, rainy day, whatever it is, I can take my bike, put it in the stand, take apart everything, take my cassette off the bike. That's great. It works amazing for me. I don't really have to worry about any of this stuff in my house. I have everything at home. But in terms of cleaning it and just hitting it for a quick wash after you're done, this stuff is crucial. So you got your degrease that you're gonna need at home. You're gonna need a brush to kind of agitate that dirt to get all that grit and grind. That works on your cassette, works on your derailleur. This works on your chain. Again, and when you're passing this through the chain like that, just back pedal, rotate your cranks a couple times, back pedal it, let that degreaser set in. After you agitate, then take a hose to it, spray it down. If you have disc brakes, which a lot of road bikes do, and even mountain bikes, be mindful of where you're spraying this stuff at. You do not want to get any kind of lubricant or degreaser on your disc brakes. So if you're spraying, let's say this is your bike, I'll set you guys up for an example. Drive side, disc brake side. If you're spraying, you don't want to spray this way because the overspray will get onto your disc brakes. Try to spray down on your drivetrain, and then when you spray your hose, try to spray down as well. And you don't need a lot of shear force on there as well. You're not using a pressure washer. I have done that before in the past. If you know what you're doing, you could do it, but I don't advise you to. Take like a nice, you know, like a nice watery flow of water. Makes no sense, but just run it on the gears. You're good to go. After you degrease it, you can pick your lubrication of choice depending on what you think you need. This dry lubricant works really well. Like I said, long lasting right here. After it's clean, dry, let it dry for a long time. Put this on here, take a little bit, couple drops, put it right over the chain, pedal it backwards again, rotate the crank arms, do one full rotation I usually do, set it on there. That stuff works really well. Wet lubrication is gonna be a little bit more performance based. It's gonna get a little bit dirtier, and you might have to reapply it longer, or reapply it more often, but you'll get a smoother shift, and it might pick up a little bit more grit and grime. So you might have to be cleaning your stuff as well, but works really well. Ceramic stuff, I'm just gonna be fully honest with you, I haven't used this stuff yet. I'm very excited to. I don't know the longevity of it. I don't know the performance boost of it. I haven't seen it in person yet. So, but the ceramic lube that I've used for UFO, that stuff was very fine. And I had to reapply stuff within a week to 2 weeks, depending on if you get a wax or wet. But the one I was using was the ceramic wet C3 lube, and that stuff would come off really quickly. But when I was using it, it was so fine and thin that it worked great. So ceramic lube, if you want to pay the extra money, you're going to get a little bit of the extra wattage save. But also you got this stuff as well. This stuff is great for just like a super bike wash. So maybe you just degrease your chain, maybe you re-lubed your gear stuff recently, that you did like a full deep clean, but then you went to a dirty mud pit, you went into a rainy day. This stuff works great. Get on like a spray bottle, some of this, maybe have an empty one or buy one at a store. Put some bike wash into there, spray down your whole bike, let it sit. You can agitate the dirty areas as well, and then just spray on, wipe off, or rinse off. There you go. And then you could hit it after you're done with this with a showroom protect. I use this stuff. To be honest with you, I do use more. I never use theirs. I've used Pedro's Bike Lust, but similar formula, looks like it, and it works great. That stuff really does help protect the longevity, especially if you have a raw carbon frame. It helps protect it from, you know, the UV rays, where sometimes you'll see those buddies that have that fading carbon look. If you hit it with this every once in a while, that helps out a lot. So yeah, cleans frames, components, protect the bicycle from water, perspiration, and food residue. So if you're just sucking on goose and you're just spitting it out immediately, it's gonna help out with that. It's kind of like a wax on your car, so it just kind of prevents it a little more. Prevent buildup in grit and grime, keep your bicycle looking new. So good looking stuff. And then a grease gun. This is just more for me. I never had one of these. I think it's really cool. I think we had one before in the store, but I just kind of threw it away and stopped using it. Just use more my finger and just a brush. But grease guns are really cool. But again, you won't really be needing this for a general consumer base. So now the stuff that we're going to get talking to is if you want to be more of an at-home mechanic, you have a bike stand, you're like, hey, GC Performance, I want to drop my fork out. I want to change my headset bearings. I want to pull my BB30 bearings out. I want to hub service stuff. Grease guns are essential, not essential, but they help out a lot. This will be able to put a spot of grease exactly where you need to, and then you can kind of apply it as needed. This stuff, I've never seen before, but I've been excited when they told me they had it. It's a ceramic grease. I've used in my video before white lightning, like I said, just a container of this. And I've used this for, I'll just basically take my finger, dip in there, and put it around the headset bearings, the unders, the lower, the upper, the lower, the bottom bracket bearings. I coat the bearings in it. I coat the headset bearings. If I'm ever servicing wheel bearings, this stuff works great. This stuff is, again, I don't think it's for the general consumer, for just cleaning at home. But if you ever have to take apart your forks for headset maintenance, bottom bracket maintenance, everything like that, this is the type of stuff you need. Ceramic grease. Never used ceramic grease before, but I'm looking forward to it. I've usually only used like a green grease from Park Tool, or for like pedal threads and stuff like that, or like I said, the white lightning for the bearings. But this stuff looks really high end. Oh geez. But looking forward to that. Very cool. And then also, can't do mechanic work without some mechanic gloves. They sent me out some mechanic grip gloves by Finish Line. I've always just used the rubber Park Tool gloves because I work on so many bikes back to forth, and I feel like they get dirty and I'm not gonna wash them. But those things are pretty badass. Definitely excited. I'll try them out. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna change my ways. I've seen these videos of so-called YouTubers with these nice gloves on. Muck Off, Finish Line. They always have these gloves on. They look real cool with them. I don't know yet. I must stick to what I know. Semi-apron as well. Again, super cool, but I'm my own brand. I'm GC Performance. I work at a store. But these stuff work great if you are in a store for storing tools and stuff like that around you. I usually just put like a Y wrench in my back pocket. But aprons are always great because you can wipe grease and stuff like that on your tool. And then they sent me out this, which I probably would never use, to be honest with you, but I think it's cool. Do I think it's cool? I don't know. Gear Floss 20 microfiber ropes. The fast and easy way to clean your bike's nooks and crannies. So you just basically run inside your cassette, run inside your pulley wheels. So anything that's really tight to get inside, you can also floss this in between your chain. Yeah, if you really want to get anal retentive about stuff, you can go with something like this. Again, I don't see myself doing that. I don't have to be honest with you, because of the fact that I have the luxury of dropping my cassette out, putting it into a dunk tank, and cleaning it with a brush like that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's very cool of what Finish Line did. I thank them a lot for it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions on what to use or what to apply, if you guys want to see me do a cleaning video in the future, let me know. I did one really long time ago, like right when my channel got started, with a pressure washer, and I was just gonna like troll it and send it out where I just spray the crap out of my bottom bracket bearings. But let me know if you guys want like an instructional video on how to clean this stuff. Again, I mean, it feels weird to make these videos, but I know you guys look up to me in terms of cleaning, but there's not like an exact right or wrong way to do it. Everyone have their different styles. Everyone have their different ways of doing it. Just all you have to do is make sure when you degrease, you regrease. When you clean, regrease. And just make sure you avoid the disc brakes, the rotors, and also the calipers. That's the main thing. That's all I can say. Same for rim brakes. If you're cleaning your rim brakes with a bike polish, make sure you don't hit the braking surface. If you do, take a acetone or rubbing alcohol on that area. That's really all you have to worry about. But I think this is one of the coolest things. Again, thank you so much, guys, at Finish Line, for sending this out to me. And hopefully everyone enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.